Hi, my fellow targeted individuals and patriotic Americans. I'm doing this update status video because my mother and my brother are sleeping and they're too exhausted to do anything today. And I'm going to take advantage of the situation by making a brief update status video to talk to you guys about some things. I'm going to pretend to be playing a video game right now in order for them to think I'm talking to people online on my PlayStation over there. And one of the keywords that I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using two. Game means life. Okay? Game means life. When you hear me say the word game, I mean life. Because I'm trying to make it seem like I'm playing a video game. And the other would say, I'm having fun. Which this is sarcastically. When I say I'm having fun, I mean that I'm dealing with problems in life. Okay? I'm having fun with life, or I'm having fun playing the video game, the game, which is life. That's how I'm going to be talking in this video. Use the word game for life, and use the word having fun, which means having problems in life, doing things in life. I might make a third one up in this video if I come up with a third code term to use. I'm just going to be showing you some things online while I talk to you about things. Lately, I have been taking care of the garden outside. And I keep on getting migraine headaches every time I go outside to take care of the garden. It's causing me to have nausea and dizziness. I thought that the migraines will be over now that my period is over, but that's not the case. It's the weather doing it, and probably the direct energy weapons I'm being hit with. I'm wondering if direct energy weapons causes migraines. They probably do. They probably cause all kinds of horrible shit in the head that cause pain. Do direct energy weapons I don't know which one to choose. I guess I'll do 3 of them and see if it comes up with the right answer. I'm trying to find. Nope. That's not giving me the answer that I'm looking for. Okay, maybe this one is. If not, I'll go on Copilot, and Copilot might be able to tell me something. It's not giving me a detailed answer. And it's not being straightforward with me with that answer. Okay, this is Havana. Doctors reveal details of neuroweapon attacks in Havana syndrome, CBRN. I need to find it. Okay, 3 experts were contacted by the State Department to investigate 25 cases of government employees working at Cuba who complained of suddenly hearing voices, pressures in their ears, followed by symptoms such as headaches, vertigo, dizziness, and loss of cognitive functions. I've been experiencing almost all of this. I've been having pressure in my ears, followed by symptoms of headaches, migraine headaches, in particular vertigo. I've been having vertigo, dizziness, and vertigo, and loss of cognitive functions. I've been having loss of concentration because the pain is making me feel so shit that I can't concentrate on anything. I also been feeling kind of depressed too because I haven't been able to do whatever I want to do. It just caused me to feel bored and depressed. My cognitive functions are being messed with as well. Yeah, I think that I am being hit with a direct energy weapon that's causing me to have migraine headaches, and it's not just the weather making me feel like shit. I'm being hit with a neuro weapon. That's what my direct energy weapon is a neuro weapon. It attacks my brain. And this is horrible. Oh, and here's a guy called Dr. James Giordano. You should look him up. I wonder if there's other symptoms that I've been experiencing that are in this article. Okay, here's something else. I thought they were being targeted. I still believe that they were being targeted. He said those he examined said they were sitting in their homes or the hotel when they suddenly felt symptoms of loud noise, pressure, a pressure sensation. That's what I've been having, ear pain. I sometimes have ear pain, but mostly I have this disgusting thing that grows on my ears. It's a biofilm that grows on my ears, and it's disgusting. It's not a scab or anything because I hardly get injured in my ears for it to scab over. Then ringing in the ears and dizziness. I have ringing in the ears and dizziness. And whenever I move my ears or I concentrate on my ears, I feel something that's in my ear, but I can't get it out. It's like there's some dust or a biofilm in my ear. I'm wondering if the biofilm is nanotechnology or some heavy metals and mold or something that they are spraying in the air to use as a neuroweapon or to use as a antenna on the skin to enhance the effects of their neuroweapon, direct energy weapons. A day later, there was some cognitive deficits reported. Yes, I'm having cognitive deficits, and they've been spraying chemtrails for 2 days now. For 2 fucking days, there's been overcast of direct energy weapons, and it's really horrible. I had to go outside yesterday in the fucking shit to work on my garden, and whenever it was 1 hour in working on my garden, because I am out there for hours working on my garden, I got fatigue and nausea, and it was horrible. I should save this article. I'll put it in my thing later. Also, the Illuminati bloodlines, they live in my own state. They used to live in my state of West Virginia. I figured this out. Yeah, the DuPont company lived in my state of West Virginia. Yeah, the DuPonts and the Rockefellers lived in my state of West Virginia. There is a city named after the DuPont family in my state of West Virginia. And then there is the John D. Rockefeller IV Memorial Park in my state of West Virginia. I just learned this, that these evil, sick people, they have lived in and worked in my state of West Virginia, which I wouldn't blame them. It is a quite beautiful state for rich people, even rich evil assholes like these guys, to live in. And it's close to Virginia, Washington, D.C., places of power. And it's not too far away from New York City and from Boston and Chicago. I'm even being dyslexic on the fucking spelling chemtrails. I spelled them chemtrials. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of these over my house for the past few weeks. I don't know what's going on. What I need to start doing whenever I'm having a hard time thinking is to write down keywords that I'm going to be using throughout the day in order for me to spell them right, to build up better muscle memory. I use my muscle memory if my brain is being too compromised by all the shit I'm being hit with and sprayed with by these fucking chemtrails. You see how small the chemtrail nanotechnology is? See how freaking small that is? I'll let you read it. I'm not going to read it myself. Look how small that is.
Thousands of people complained something was new, something was wrong. The Centers for Disease Control now says it will launch an investigation into a strange new skin condition, no known causes.
This morning in Health Watch, Morgellons.
I'm just skipping some of this stuff so where you can just see what it looks like, the nanotechnology.
On their skin that ooze and produce fibers. This is known as Morgellons syndrome. Tissue samples cultured from ordinary people without this ailment contain and grow the very same fibers. When these fibers are cultured, they produce colonies of filaments. You can see the extension filaments. And these colonies continue to grow and reproduce, branching out into more filaments and more colonies. The filament cultures can be grown from saliva samples, tissue from the skin, mucus, urine, blood, from animals and people, regardless of the presence of the Morgellons condition. So where do these fibers or filaments come from? Airborne environmental samples that were collected by Clifford Carnicom in 2000, the year 2000, gathered at high altitude on a mountain in New Mexico, showed the presence of those fibers, whose structure matches exactly the tubular filaments showing up in our blood, tissues, and skin. Additionally, the samples collected by Mr. Carnicom showed what he calls, and what's called in biology, desiccated erythrocytes. This is a multisyllabic term, but it means dried red blood cells. So, why are dried red?
This is the stuff that's in my ears, I think. I keep on having to use my fingernails whenever I have some itchiness in my ears, or whenever I'm in the bathtub. I have to scratch this biofilm that's on my body, but particularly in my ears. And it looks like white, grayish film, and it's disgusting. It's like I have mucus in my ears. But it's not mucus, it's a disgusting looking film that is blocking my ears. And I can feel it in my ears as well. I'm going to see if I have some in my ear and show you what it looks like. And scratch them off. Actually, I scratch most of it off, I guess. And I don't feel it. Yeah, I don't have anything on my ears right now. Probably because I did a good job of cleaning them. I've been taking this for the nausea that the disorientation and the chemtrails have been causing me to have, the dizziness, the vertigo, that their direct energy weapons and the nanotechnology and the chemtrails are causing me to have. I have to take this on the non-consensual orally disintegrated tablet for nausea. Then I have to take fennel seeds as well because it messes my body up inside. Fennel seeds are good for digestion. I've been taking this because it's causing me to have absorption problems and malnutrition problems. That contributes to migraine, headaches, and fatigue. I've been taking this because the radiation, the microwave, and radio frequency radiation that they're hitting me with is causing my body to suffer. And the electromagnetic radiation that the sun's giving off, because the sun's brighter nowadays. It's not golden, it's a bright white sun. I have to detox from the sun's radiation, direct energy weapons radiation, radiation from my tablet, phone, and other electronic devices like PlayStation Also have to detox from the radiation, from the radioactive metals that they're spraying in the air, such as barium, strontium, aluminum. Aluminum isn't radioactive, but it can be used as a transmitter to transmit radiation that's already in the environment, especially if it's bad radiation. And then they also spray uranium. I know that they spray a little bit uranium as well. And they might even be spraying plutonium, but I don't think they're spraying plutonium. They need that for nuclear power plants, and I don't think they're going to spray something as important and fringe as thorium out in the atmosphere. And thorium doesn't even have that much nuclear radiation. It doesn't give off that horrible shit that uranium does. It's actually a very clean element. It's like nuclear power, but without the nuclear fallout. That's what thorium is. I drink ginger ale. This helps my stomach too. Basically, I use this as a natural remedy. I want to show you something else. I have this metal pole that I use as an orgone cloud buster that I recycled, that I put stones and stuff in. I have this down by the creek, but I decided to have it close to the house because I'm afraid that the creek will flood badly this year, and it will wash the pole down the stream. And I also have a hole that I accidentally made when I weed eated, and I forgot because I was a dumbass outside and I was being hit with direct energy weapons. I forgot that I shouldn't be weed eating too close to the house, and I winded up making a few holes in the underpinning. And I'm going to make this pole a totem pole and have a giant rock garden right out here to cover up the fucking holes I made because I was a tortured dumbass outside, being hit with direct energy weapon, trying to mow the yard a little bit, and I wound up making a stupid accident on the underpinning. That's a waste of shit. This video is way longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be only 15 minutes. And here's my aloe vera plants and my other plants I got. My stones. Today the weather is really pretty. The sky's pretty today. I'm wondering if that has to do with my pole that I put out there, or it might have to do with them wasting and running out of chemtrail shit. Because they just dump it and dump it and dump it. Wondering why they did it yesterday, of all days. Oh, it's probably because it's Memorial Day and they're celebrating Memorial Day. And they probably have scumbag plans around Memorial Day, the powers that be, illuminati, to do chemtrails. Probably Memorial Day thing. And they're probably spraying Ripley and Charleston, more populated places than royal ass places that I live at. I also want to show you some other things. I use one of my old toothbrushes has a paintbrush, and I made trees just to see what it does. And this is really pretty. Now all I have to do is put some color to it. Because I'm able to paint sometimes. I use my paintbrush to paint my jewelry box black. And I'm making a new kimono out of my Aunt Hannah's, my deceased Aunt Hannah's fabrics. And I recycle this stuff and I turn it into orgone protecting devices. This is a piece of the power line, a little power line that I found when going hiking with my mom. It was on the side of the road. It was trashy looking. I got it and took it home with me. I like the colors too. I like how the power lines within them, the energy cords have all these pretty colors around them. I find that quite beautiful. This power cord was red, but the chemtrails and the erosion when it was on the road turned the red into a pink color, a magenta pink color. They're beautiful. I love recycling stuff. It's good for the environment, and it's very cool the things you can make with junk that you found on the side of the road. I wonder what else I could show you. Oh. Out of recycled copper wire, I made these cute little earrings. These look like magical elf earrings. They're like clip-on earrings. Put them on the ears. And they have an S symbolism on them. Because I was inspired by the organ coils, the way they look like an S symbol. And then use the organ coils for jewelry and not just for protection. And this is aquamarine and copper wire. I find this to be quite beautiful. Just trying to think about what other things I'm going to show you. I don't have anything else to show you than that stuff. I'll show you my medicines. I use this to go to sleep at night. You guys should use this Valoran root. It will help you sleep if you have anxiety and paranoid problems that I have. I have mostly anxiety problems and paranoia problems. The paranoia stems from my morality and I'm paranoid about people being evil. The magnesium citrate, you should use this. You should preferably try to get 1,000 milligram one and take only one of those a day, because the direct energy weapons and everything that we're being hit with ionizes and disintegrates the nutrients that is in our bodies, meaning we need to take more than others. Magnesium is incomplete with zinc because of chemistry reasons. Always take zinc. We're going to take magnesium. Always take magnesium when you take zinc. They're not complete without one another. Also take melatonin for sleep. Show you my melatonin. I'll show you it later then, I guess. Or I'll take wild lettuce. It's called opium wild lettuce. And it's good for sleep. And it knocks you out just as much as melatonin does. I either smoke this, chew this, or make a tea out of this. This stuff. There's 2 types of opium wild lettuce. Prickly wild lettuce. And it's prickly wild lettuce because it got little pricks on it. Then this one is called non-prickly wild lettuce, which you don't have to go through the pain and suffering of getting pricked by it. Then there is the wild lettuces either have purple or yellow flowers on them, depending on which one you're going to use. Prickly wild lettuce usually has yellow flowers, and the non-prickly stuff has purple wildflowers. And it's such a tall plant that looks like a rocket ship in a plant. It's like a giant rocket just going way up out of the ground. This plant does. And it has, why it's called opium is because it has white latex liquid that comes out of it like the poppy plant does. My head's hurting right now. I think that I'm being hit with their energy weapon again, which I probably am. I want to go and check my head to see if my head's being hit right now, which it probably is. Just to get some evidence that I'm actually being hit by something. And it's a clear day outside. That means there's not a bunch of clouds and chemtrails to deflect and possibly be as a Faraday cage to block direct energy weapons from hitting me. .58. Yeah, I'm being hit with a direct energy weapon, that's for sure. 1.58 microwaves per centimeter squared. 1.06. They've been shooting images in my head. They've been affecting my visual cortex and putting images in my imagination center, the place where artists make their pictures before they actually paint them or draw them or whatever them. They've been shooting my forehead where my third eye chakra is, which corresponds and is the energetic emanation, the energetic counterpart of the pineal gland. My neck hurts too. They've been using force speech on me, and this one is my jaw. They're affecting my jaw. 2.41 microwaves per centimeter squared. 2.41 microwaves per centimeter squared. 1.48 microwaves per centimeter squared on my jaw again. 0.73. 0.86. 0.99. They just say, we don't like the way you think. And a few minutes earlier, They told me I was a psychopath. Those were on my ears. Yep, that's on my ears. That's the other ear. That shows that I'm being hit with a voiceless skull weapon. That right there on my ears, both the left and right ear, have high frequency readings. Microwave readings. Both my ears. That's on the back of my head. That's very, very too much. It's on my head again. Wonder if they're attacking my stomach too. That's my stomach. I have acid reflux right now too. And I'm checking my throat and my heart area to see if I'm being hit, and I'm being hit too right there. They're causing me acid reflux with microwave weapons and probably radio frequency weapons. That's my throat. That's my throat. That's my throat. My throat's being hit badly right now. 4.72 microwaves centimeter squared. That's my throat near my chest area. My collarbone area. This is my collarbone area being hit. 4.14, 5.14 microwaves centimeter squared. Okay, I'm done getting readings. Over here, 0. Now I'm going to go and see this one. Now, if it's almost to 1,000 or more than 1,000, that means I'm being hit. Almost or more than. Near 1,000. Maybe 4 digits. $6.70. Okay, this one's hard to get reading water because it vibrates so fast. I think I've done enough detecting frequencies. I wanted to show you some other things with my iPad. I have to lay close to the floor for grounding issues, and I'm going to make a bed with these things for grounding. I want to make a bed frame with these things for grounding purposes because wood is very grounding. It absorbs a lot of frequencies. And it doesn't emit bad frequencies because, well, it's from the earth. I made my garden beds with wood pellets. And I'm going to discuss something about certain things that this person, Kotanov, talks about. My enemies, mind hackers, keep telling me that I was pro-life. I'm not pro-life anymore. It makes shitty comments about how women don't have the right to an abortion. They're trying to make me feel like shit because I used to demonize and dehumanize women that were pro-abortion and had abortions. And I feel bad about it now because I was a stupid moron and an immature asshat for saying that. This is what Tanah from the Silver Legion says that the extraterrestrials think about abortion. I'm not going to read it for you. I think you can read it yourself. I'll read it. What is the importance of not shedding blood? T is for Tanaf. Abortions mystifying to higher dimensions of non-consensual conception is a rarity. We have been denied ways of terminating without shedding blood. E.T. recognizes the need of living over unborn. The need of living over unborn. Soul is not delivered until the first breath. The first breath outside the mom's womb, by the way. Delivered until the first breath. And that is what they base their decision by. S is for Sunfire. Sunfire used to work with Tanaf before something happened to her. I don't know what it was, because it's not disclosed. One of the reasons against spilling blood is due to the cabal's ritual sacrifice. Women much more affected over an unplanned child than father, and that's true. The choice can be understandable. Just how it is done is problematic. is suffering of the fetus during chemical abortion? Is it acceptable to higher dimensions? T. Too much assuming regarding suffering, but suffering without consciousness does not exist. Consciousness requires the soul. Soul is not entered, so no suffering. Some people remember being in the womb. Tanoth, they are trimester, and is more body memories and soul memories. Meaning everything's okay for a woman to have abortion by the extraterrestrials, because the extraterrestrials, they know more about souls than other people. I need to let my cat in to go to the bathroom. To eat. Be right back. I'm sorry, I was getting dressed and doing stuff in here that I didn't want you in here for. My mom and brother are awake now. I have to end this video. Talk to you later. Take care. And have a good rest of your day or night, depending on where you're at.